Welcome to the GCN Tech Show. I'm Alex Payton.
And I'm Anna Lloyd.
Coming up this week, we reveal the most desirable bike in the world as voted by you. Plus we've got Hot Tech, the best bike shop in the world this week. And well, we'll have the bike vote as well, shall we?
Oh, and I'll tell you what, shall we discuss what makes bikes so desirable?
Right, first up, shall we take a look at the results from last week's poll for the most desirable bike?
Yes, we should. So we started off with, we had what, 20 odd bikes, and then you guys all voted on them. Then we narrowed it down to the top bikes, and we went into another round, which was...
Well, sort of like the semi-final, I guess.
Yeah, 9 bikes in the semi-final.
Yeah, so the first poll, and the one that you were able to vote on, we had the Pinarello F against the Scott Addict RC, against the Look 795 Blade RS.
And it was the Pinarello F that won,
Yeah.
that won that one. And then the second one was the Ribble, the Ridley Noah Fast, and the Time Alp d'Huez.
And it was the Ribble.
Yeah.
Ribble took that one. And then the final poll for getting through to the Grand Slam Showdown, we had the Aeroad CFR against the Trek Madone SLR and the BMC Time Machine 01. And what went through from that was...
the Canyon. So we had Pinarello, Canyon, and a Ribble through to the finals.
the Grand Slam Showdown. And shall we reveal the results?
Three very
of this?
desirable bikes.
They are very desirable bikes. So, according to you, the GCN viewers, as voted on the GCN app, the most desirable bike in the world is...
Drum roll, please!
Do you want to reveal it?
The Pinarello F.
What? Yeah. Fair play. I think it's a desirable bike. I'd like to have one.
Yeah, well, it's only Ollie Bridgewood that has one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where is Ollie?
Yeah, it is actually.
Couldn't even turn up for the finals.
And also, I don't want anyone to think this is a fix because it is completely as voted by the audience.
You voted for us. We didn't. Well,
I did vote on it, but I'm not sure.
I did do one vote.
I'm not sure my individual vote changed the outcome,
No.
really.
No.
Anyway, kind of got us thinking, if that's the most desirable bike in the world as voted by everyone else, what defines a desirable
What
bike?
makes a bike so desirable? I think it's very individual.
It is totally individual, but I'll tell you what, let's start off with the fact that a bike might be rare.
Yeah, I guess a rare, unique bike that not many people have, that's going to make it desirable. If no one else really has it, you're going to want it.
Yeah, I completely agree, actually. I guess you have lots of manufacturers that do limited edition bikes. Maybe they've collaborated with another brand and
One
made...
that springs to mind is Cervelo and Lamborghini, or like car manufacturers collaborating with bike brands, very high-end bike brands.
There's been a bit of a trend of ours, hasn't there? Like bike manufacturers with top, like high-end car manufacturers, and they've made, I don't know, sometimes hundreds of bikes, sometimes like 200. So I guess that is going to make a bike fairly desirable.
They tend to be a lot more expensive as well.
They are very expensive.
Especially the limited edition ones.
Yeah, they are normally a lot more than the normal retail price.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think cost is another good way to determine whether a bike is desirable. So think along the lines of crazy expensive bikes because, well, you can't just go out and buy them next week, can you?
Well, we can't.
Yeah, I certainly can't. But being at that high price point, I think puts it out of touch for a lot of people in normal situations and therefore makes it more desirable.
Yeah, I agree. It's the same with other things in life, say fancy watches, shoes or handbags. They're always that little bit more expensive and yeah, as you said, you can't just go out and buy them. You have to work for them and it makes you want it just that little bit more.
A little bit crazy, really, thinking, isn't it, that price could be something that dictates how desirable a bike is.
But then I guess the more expensive higher end bikes tend to have quite a good reputation.
Yeah.
They've worked their way up, like the Pinarello and
They've become
BMC.
established.
Yeah, they're very well-known brands, good reputation. So I feel like reputation is another one. You want a bike that has a good reputation that's not just gonna snap in half on you.
Yeah, that is a very good point, actually. And there are lots of lesser known brands which therefore don't have the same reputation and the prestige to them, and therefore in some people's eyes might not be seen as quite so desirable. And that also links in with cost, because if you've got a good reputation and you're held in high regard, then chances are you're going to be able to charge a little bit extra money and become slightly more desirable.
I think another thing that makes a bike desirable, or could make a bike desirable, is if the bike had a bit of history. So maybe if that bike was used by someone to win Paris-Roubaix or the Tour de France, and knowing that that bike came from such history, it would make a bike quite desirable to some people, not for everybody, but for some people.
That's a good point. I'll go with that. I remember a while back, I took a look at those retro bikes, all owned by one person, and they were, you know, had like Sean Kelly bikes that were replicas that like Lance Armstrong had ridden. And I think for them, the reason they desired to have those bikes was because they were from the era when they were growing up as a child, and therefore it reminded them of that period and made the bikes more desirable to them. It's not going to appeal to everyone though, is it?
No, but
I think it's a cool thing, and it's really a key aspect to making a bike desirable, I think, because it also boils back to the fact that it's unique and rare.
Yeah.
So you can't just go and get those bikes.
No, you can't. No. But what does desirable actually mean? What is the definition of desirable?
I'm glad you asked that, because I did check. Yeah, I did check, and I've got it written down here. So according to, I'm not sure which dictionary it was, but I looked it up. So the definition of the word desirable, I guess in the aspect or sense of a bike, is a bike that is wished for as being an attractive, useful or necessary course of action.
Bikes are attractive, they're useful, and they are definitely necessary. Can't live without them.
Maybe not the crazy expensive ones are necessary, but you know. Yeah, each their own.
What if you could choose any?
Yeah.
What would your desirable bike be?
A desirable bike for me, I'm not going to talk about brands because they all vary here and there, but I think what would make a bike desirable is a custom-made steel bike with like a shiny mirror polished finish. Yeah. Then I would have rim brake. Some people love that, some people hate that. Then I'd have Dura-Ace 9000, I think it is. So that was the group set, well, mechanical as well, that was had like that polished finish and some of the black aspects to it. And I'd have carbon wheels. I mean, come on, who doesn't want carbon wheels?
In my head, that looks like a very attractive bike.
That is cool. What about you?
See, I'm something completely different. I like those sort of bikes, but a desirable bike for me would be something a lot more modern. So carbon, custom painted or limited edition, something special, very unique that no one else had. I'd probably go electronic gearing.
Would it be aero?
Yes, it would be aero. Yeah.
It's like talking to Ollie.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Well, it's just Ollie gets aero in everywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah. So something different, something unique, and someone that no one else really had.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll go with that.
Also have to, look really nice custom painted.
Like the aesthetics of it, it's got to be cool, hasn't it? I'll tell you what, we should have a poll on this. So we want to know what characteristic you think defines what makes a bike desirable. So head over to the GCN app, we'll make a poll and we'll put in a few of the characteristics that we think. And if there's any sort of aspect that is really bugging you that we've left out, well, let us know in the comments section down below.
I'd have a gold chain as well. Of course.
Yeah.
Before we dive into hot tech this week, we have a brand new documentary out on GCN Plus, and it's all about Orbea. So if you want to watch the full documentary, you can head over to the GCN app on GCN Plus to watch. But in the meantime, we're going to give you a little sneak peek of the trailer. So over to you, Ollie.
The Basque Country, one of Europe's most enigmatic and romantic regions. I'm here in the glorious Euskadi to learn about the people, the history, and of course, the cycling. And in particular, at the heart of it all, one brand is ingrained within the Basque culture, Orbea. With roads like these and terrain like that, I mean, it's no wonder that Orbea was spawned in this region. I mean, how could you not be inspired to start a bike brand living in a place like this? But Orbea is more than just a bike brand. It embodies an entire culture.
We are passionate cyclists, we love cycling, and we try to create a bicycle that inspires people to keep on pedaling.
It's our first bicycle was launched to the market in 1931. More than 50% of our bicycles are personalized.
So this is the fastest bike we ever designed. You look fast and powerful, so this is something you really will enjoy.
Heading out of Eibar, and we're immediately on one of the most famous climbs in the region.
Bueno, esta bici creo recordar que es de 2005. La estrenamos en el Tour, o la estrené en los Tours. Bueno, en trabajar con una bicicleta Orbea, que es una bicicleta también de casa.
Designers, engineers, technicians, providers, they ensure a high level of expertise, and this team is keep on growing.
We try to make Orbea better and to leave Orbea better to the next generation.
Right, now on to hot tech, and first up this week we've got a pretty cool looking bike clock, and this bike clock is actually fingerprint operated and it locks on to disc brake rotor.
Interesting. Your bike is going nowhere if this is locked up with it. The wheels aren't going to turn anyway. Interesting though, what happens if your fingerprint scanner doesn't work?
That did cross my mind, but you can actually have up to 16 fingerprints on this bike clock, so that's all of mine and 6 of yours.
Why would you need 16 fingerprints?
I don't know, just in case.
Backup. I guess it also means you could share the lock between different members of your family or something.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Good solution.
Yeah. It's quite a teeny weeny little bike clock, only 230 grams. So you could easily fit it in your back pocket and then whip it out of the cafe when you lock your bike up. Not like a traditional big heavy lock. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like this. I guess it's designed for if you're leaving your bike outside, like the cafe or the shop, rather than sort of home security.
Yeah,
cool.
It's cool.
Next up in hot tech is apparently an interesting story about donkeys.
Yeah, so I spotted this over on Twitter, just popped up on my newsfeed, and it was from the Donkey Sanctuary, and the donkeys were actually playing with an old bike tyre. So it got me thinking that, you know, if you ever have old tyres that you can't use anymore, give them to the Donkey Sanctuary.
Repurpose them.
Yeah, love to play with them. Check this out.
I mean, I've got to say that is pretty cool.
They look so cute.
Yeah. Do you want to know a cool fact?
Go on.
I've actually adopted a donkey.
Have you?
Yeah. Do you want to know his name?
Go on.
Sven. Great guy he is.
I've got 3 donkeys as well.
You own 3?
Yeah.
Oh, there's top trumps for me there, haven't you? I haven't got any donkeys. I just adopted
Paddy, Scooby
one.
and Bubbles.
That's incredible. Well, I had no idea about that. Thanks, yeah. Next up, Brompton have been incredibly busy and they've redesigned their T-Line bike to create what is the lightest Brompton in the world.
Yeah, it's made from titanium and it comes in at a weight of 7.45 kilograms, and that's 37% lighter than the previous one.
So they've spent 3 years designing this bike and a lot of it has changed, although they're quite sort of proud and pleased to say that they've kept the original folding mechanism that has been tried and tested over all the years.
I guess it works, so why change it? I have to say the bike looks very nice, very sleek and smart, but you can get your hands on this through the Brompton website, but through a ballot system.
Ah, so you can't just go and buy it?
No.
So technically, if what we were talking about earlier is correct, this could make it more desirable.
Yeah, it could do for some people.
Cool. Right, final bit of hot tech this week, and we've got some updates from Zwift. So some of you may realise there's an update already because there's been a change to the home screen.
Yeah, so some of you may have this. That reason is because Zwift is rolling this home screen out slowly over the next few weeks and months. So eventually everybody will have it, but here's a little sneak peek of what to expect. They're also going to have a few new other features, including a Zwift Club. So if you have a cycling club out in real life, in the real world, you can make that into a club on Zwift as well and add all the members of the club into this Zwift Club. But I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, as we do have a full video on all these features over on the GCN channel soon.
Oh, very interesting. More hot tech next week. It's now time for the news segment in the show, and it is the best bike shop in the world this week as decided by us. So should we kick us off?
Yeah, so this is the first one we've chosen that you guys have been uploading to the GCN app. And this one comes in from NY Cadil?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that'll do.
So this was my local bike shop, Bearings Bike Shop. Bearing Bike Shop is a non-profit youth development organisation in southwest Atlanta, Georgia, USA, where kids can earn a bike of their own while developing skills necessary to fully transition into adulthood and the workplace.
Bearings
so
go on.
Also a fully operated service retail bike shop 5 days a week and sells refurbished bicycles that help fund our programme.
Loads of really good information there. Love the sound of this.
I think this is very well deserved as our first one.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Look how cool it is inside. They've got all the stuff like fancy writing, making it fun, trying to get people engaged in learning how to fix bikes. Well, worthy bike shop of the world this week, that's for sure.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We haven't got a prize to send out as of yet.
No, we don't.
I want to get some stickers done.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a work in progress. So
yeah, we'll get some bike shop GCN stickers.
Yeah.
We'll send them out.
If we can, we'll get it done.
Yeah. We'll try our best.
Right.
It's now time for the Bike Vault, where you submit pictures of your bikes and we vote if they are nice or super nice. And if they're super nice, they get put into the Bike Vault forever and ever. And we ring the bell. I ring the bell.
Of course you ring the bell.
I ring the bell.
Don't let me do it anyway. Right, first up is the most super nice bike from last week, and it is from Marco Bishop with 2 Ps, and it is a Villiers Zero SLR. So they built this bike to be an absolute workhorse. Well, according to them, she feels at home on the climbs, but still feels rapid fast when pinning it on the flat crit track. Whew.
That is
cool. I like that.
I think that's quite a desirable bike.
It is desirable and very stealthy looking bike, that's for sure.
Is that a black chain as well?
It might be, yeah.
Quite like that.
I love that we both just moved closer to the laptop. They do have zoom features on the laptop as well. You can look a bit closer.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm going to vote that as a super nice as well, would you?
Definitely super nice. Does that get a bell rung?
Yeah, ring the bell, yeah, why not? Oh, lovely. Before we move on to our first Bike Vault submission for this week, are you aware that there's now a third option that we can do on the show? Yeah. So you've got your nice, you've got your super nice, and then if the bike like blows it out of the water, like, off the charts, then there's a bell drop.
What's the bell? What literally drop the bell?
You get the bell, you go there and you just drop it. It's like a mic drop.
Wow.
But there's only one bell drop per week, so use it wisely.
This is exciting.
Right, first up is an entry from Patrick.Freeze with a... What bike is this?
BMC.
Oh, BMC, yeah. Oh, I like this. I'll tell you what I like about it is the logo.
I was going to... The shiny logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he's in a bit of a sort of work site at the moment.
I think it's just like an arty shot, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that an old sort of pizza box next to his front wheel?
Yeah, it could be a banana box. Oh no, it's a lime on it. A lime box.
Oh, there you go. I like this bike. I would vote it a super nice, I think.
I would say super nice. Not in Biggie Smalls though. That has just absolutely ruined it. But
sorry.
if that was in Biggie Smalls, would that be a bell drop?
I mean, that's something for you to decide. I wouldn't use my own...
if that was in Biggie Smalls, I would say that was a bell drop. So we'll go super nice.
Super nice. Next up, who's this from? You'll enjoy reading this out.
Okay, we've got 8GNHQMNKQD.
Oh, yeah.
I think I said that right?
Yeah, I know him well.
What have we got?
It's a Canyon. Oh, it's a...
I've got one of these.
In-flight. Cyclocross bike. This is nice. I like this.
Is nice.
I like the colour. Yeah. So, it's bugging me. It's the wrong way round.
Yeah, it's the wrong way round. It's nice tan sidewalls.
Yeah.
They could be in Biggie Smalls, but we just can't see.
It's lent against a bench.
Isn't
could
the
be
best.
scuffing up the frame.
That would break my heart.
Yeah.
It's just a nice from me.
Yeah, it's just a nice.
Just
sorry.
nice.
Moving on, we've got LJ Regan. Yeah. Okay. With a Volk.
Ooh.
Slate EX from the year 2021.
This is a very nice background.
It is a nice background. I'm not familiar with the make of bike though.
No, me neither. Never heard
Very
of it.
dark, underexposed image on the bike itself.
They're not photographers, Alex.
Well, they are. Look at this image. It's incredible.
It is incredible, but...
In terms of the bike, it's not really helping out. We've got lots of
can't quite
accessories on.
see.
We've got big water bottles. We've got...
Out for a big ride.
Yeah. I'm really struggling to see what gear they're in, but I'm going to just go for a nice. Your bike's probably nice, and it's a fantastic background.
Next up, we've got Elmer J. Ching with a S-Works Tarmac SL6 Sagan Edition.
Oh, I like this.
Ooh!
Is this... Oh, it's got that sort of like glittery paint to it, hasn't it? I like that. Cool background as well.
Nice zip wheels, some shiny handlebar tape. A very cool background, very edgy.
So the valves are aligned, although they're not quite at 12 o'clock. It's in the big chain ring. It's in the middle of the cassette, not Biggie Smalls.
Biggie Middles.
Biggie Middles.
Biggie Middles, not quite got the 3 o'clock crank. That is borderline and super nice.
I am going to let this one slide. A super nice, if you'll agree with me.
I'll go on. I'll agree.
Go
super
on.
nice it is.
Yeah. Next up is global_Ragnar.
I think you're going to say Global Cycling Network then.
No, I can't see what bike they've got. What is
Where
it?
is it? Oh,
A Cannondale.
a Cannondale time trial. What's it? What?
Super Slice it is.
Oh yeah.
With some crazy.
I have so many questions that I'd like to ask.
Ask away. What do you want to know?
I love the outfit.
I'm going to say it's probably a no for the outfit for me.
Really? You wouldn't? I'd buy that.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that is a strong, bold look, and I rate it.
Well, I would agree it's a strong, bold look,
And-
but the bike.
I forgot about the bike.
Valves are aligned.
Oh, we're in Biggie Smalls.
In Biggie Smalls.
The valves.
I think it's a super nice.
Yeah, that could be a super nice.
Yeah. Go on, hit it with a super nice.
And then for the outfit.
that was the last bike bar entry for this week.
That was a good one to end on.
It was a
but
strong finish.
I am gutted I didn't get to do a bell drop.
Maybe when you're back in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah,
or something.
I will be back. And I will find a bike
Yeah.
to bell drop.
Hope you enjoyed this week's GCN Tech Show. If you have, give this video a like, share it far and wide, subscribe to GCN Tech, and remember, head over to GCN Plus, check out that Orbea documentary, because Ollie's done a cracking job
Yeah,
on it.
it is a very good documentary.
And I'll see you in a couple of weeks, maybe.
Mate, I'm not back next week, am I?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.